Hey everybody, and welcome back to Hollow Knight Silksong! Last time, we wrapped up almost every last thing that there is to do in Act 2. And I mean that seriously, because right before recording this episode, I looked at all the things that I don't have yet, and yeah, the number of that is very, very small. The things I have yet to do, I believe it's literally, there's 2 things left. There are 2 things left to do in the entirety of Act 2. So this time, we're gonna do those 2 things and wrap this game up once and for all. I believe, let me just check my tool menu real quick, because I believe, oh yes, we got this ability last time. So now, resting at a bench will regenerate our silk up to full, which is very nice. We got that from Ava, who is now dead and absorbed within us, but we don't have to think about that too hard. It feels like we're missing a silk scale up here, but otherwise, I do believe I have every single tool that is available. Yeah, I do. I actually freaking do. That's weird. Actually, I might be missing one down here. I don't know. Hard to say. We'll have to find out later on. I might be missing a yellow tool, but there'll be plenty of time to grab that. Now, when I say that, I'm only half telling the truth. There are a couple of tools that are upgraded that we haven't seen yet, but I won't tell you which ones those are for the sake of spoilers, but yeah, for the sake of no spoilers, but that is a thing. There are some tools we don't have yet, but they just take up the same slot as one of our currently existing tools, so technically we have them, technically we don't, it's weird. Oh yeah, there's actually one blue tool that's missing as well, but yeah, again, we'll see that later. We'll see that in just a bit. To start, I think since there's a bunch of tools I have not used yet, I'm gonna switch to a more like unconventional build, where I'm gonna switch on stuff that I don't normally use, and I think a fitting crest for that would be Wanderer, so we're gonna put that on. Let's decide on a red tool. What red tools don't I use very often? I haven't been using throwing rings that much. The cogwork wheels I don't think I've used super well. Let me just real quick. Oh wow, I'm really low on shell shards. I should probably start looking to get those back. Rosary cannon I don't use either, but there's still things to buy in this game. There's a blue tool from Grindel that I need to buy. That's one of the things I'm going to be doing this episode, saving up enough rosaries to do that. Silk shot, I really haven't used the silk shot enough yet, so let's equip that, let's use that. Anything else? Oh, flint slate. Let me just, hopefully I have enough shards for that. I sure do. I just want to refill my supply of things. Bam, that'll just take from the reserve, so we can do that. Oh, that also costs shell shards to refill the plasmium. So, it's not enough that you have to backtrack to the wormways to refill the reserve. It also has to cost shell shards too. I guess you are building the actual spear thing itself. Still, it feels kind of weird to me. Anyway, silk shot it is. For blue tools, we're going to take off these because they are too powerful and too commonly used. Spool extender, nah, I'm good. Let's put on quick sling just so I can give it some... Quick sling is not going to go well with silk shot. Never mind. I guess we can do Agaflialia. Let's do long claw. Let's see how that works. And then what else? I haven't used Fractured Mask in a while, so I could probably reintroduce that. Make myself the most tanky, since we have all the health we can possibly get at this point, plus an extra hit, guaranteed, why not? But also, I mean, ooh, could I add a poisonous effect to the silk shot with this? That could be fun, we could go for that. Sure, poisonous silk shot, let's go. For yellow tools, I think I'm happy with them the way they are right now. Or actually, no. I'm gonna switch out Ascendant's Grip. I don't care about the needle end. We're gonna do this. Silk Speed Anklets. I picked these up forever ago. Still have never used them. Like, I think this was like toward the beginning of Act 2 I obtained this. So let's put this on. Let's actually use the stupid Silk Speed Anklets. We do have the thing from Ava, so we can regenerate silk at benches very easily. So I think that would help a lot. All right, so first things first is I'm actually going to wander. Wow, we go fast. Okay, that's really cool, actually. And it doesn't even cost that much silk. Awesome. This is actually a pretty good tool. I don't know why I don't use it more. There we go. Wow, look at that. Look at that range. This is Wanderer Crest. Wanderer Crest has a puny range normally, but look at this. It's almost the same as Hunter Crest now. Yeah, Longclaw definitely buffs Wanderer Crest by quite a bit, I feel. So I would actually like to go wandering around the coral chambers, as there is a special encounter that we can have around this area which should unlock something new for us, and it's one of the last things I have to do this episode. So what my plan is I'm gonna kind of vaguely make my way toward Blasted Steps so that I can hopefully afford the thing from Grindel. Perhaps before I do that, I should see if I can get enough rosaries for my necklaces. Because it costs 700 rosaries, I think, the thing he's selling. So I'm gonna break all these, we'll see how much we get. I'm gonna leave one left just so that they can, you know, decorate my inventory a little bit. Okay, I still don't think that's quite enough rosaries, but we can absolutely build up to enough from killing enemies. And I want to say that tool from him is like the last thing I have to buy with rosaries for now. So yeah, Silksong. Yeah, that's the thing we got from Ava. So if you notice in the inventory screen here, Silk Spool. This is now fully filled out instead of being an empty slot. This indicates that we have collected every single spool fragment in the game. Notice how this, which contains our mask shards, is still empty. We're not quite done upgrading our health, but I wonder when that's gonna happen. Not gonna happen for a while, I'm afraid. It's interesting though, because like, we are very close to the end of the game, or so I believe. I mean, we just got the ability to go for the true ending last time, right? Like, we are getting close to the end, and yet there still seems to be, like, more upgrades we can make? Ah, I see! This game has a post-game to it! No, actually, it doesn't. Okay, can I be honest for a second? I'm not the biggest fan of post-games in games. Whenever there's, like, a big RPG, and then you get to the end, you beat the final boss, the game's done, you get the credits, but oh wait, there's actually more to do, whether it's DLC or, just straight up, there is more stuff to do in the main campaign, even after you've beaten it. I'm not a super huge fan of that. I first got introduced to that concept by watching Chucka Conroy's Pokemon playthroughs. Owie. And I don't know, there's something about that kind of bugs me. There's some games where I accept it, kind of like Celeste. Celeste is one of those games, and also Plants vs. Zombies is one of those games where, like, I accept those games continuing beyond their main campaigns, because, like, it does make sense. In the case of Celeste, it adds more to the story, and, like, you know, that ultimate final chapter I still haven't played, Farewell, I think it's called, is, like, you know, the real ending, and it ties back into the theme of the whole game and all that. And then with Plants vs. Zombies, it's just, like, you know, there's some mechanics in the main campaign that were left completely unexplored, and so the rest of the game is there to actually explore and flesh them out. Hello, how are you guys holding up? Just thought I'd come back and visit you while I'm here. Leave us, my... Fine. Piece of crap. Anyway. But yeah, for stuff like, you know, big RPGs or something like that, I'm kind of not a fan of them having a post-game. That's just my opinion, though. Like, when I reach the end of Terraria, when I fight Moonlord, I'm done, alright? I don't feel the need to continue going on any further. I don't feel the need to craft the Zenith or anything like that. Again, a game like Terraria makes sense to have a post-game. It's a sandbox game. It theoretically goes on forever and ever. There's no actual ending to it. You just decide to stop playing. So yeah, a game like Terraria makes sense to have a post-game, but like, if Dark Souls had a post-game or something like that, I wouldn't like that as much. Technically, it has New Game Plus, but that's the type of post-game I can get behind. Just like, play through the game again, but with all your abilities unlocked. I'll be honest, I kind of wish the Hollow Knight games did that, but spoiler alert, they do not. Man, I wish I got those rosaries from y'all. That would have been so satisfying. Okay, so I am looking currently for the second Sentinel. And the reason why is because something special will happen at this point upon you encountering her on the wild twice. What? Why did the game, like... It didn't even fade in just then. What was that about? Alright, I'm gonna see if resting at a bench encourages her to come out. Okay, so yeah, we have encountered her once, but when you encounter her twice, something special will happen afterwards. Or something special will become available afterwards. I bet you can't guess. Not guess. I bet you can't guess what kind of thing that is. Starts with the W and ends with Asted Potential. I'm kidding. Alright. Thank you. Man, I feel like all this time spent finding Second Sentinel is gonna take up the majority of this video's runtime. I have no idea how this video is going to turn out. I do have an obvious clear end goal in mind. I do plan this to be the last video in Act 2 because it's like, you know, or sorry, the last video of Act 2 and thus the last video of the game in general, right? Yeah, huh? Just because, you know, I have literally nothing left to do, so I have no reason not to keep things going on further. I have no reason to perpetuate this playthrough any longer. Hello? Any of you guys heard of someone called the Second Sentinel? I think I hear her. I think I hear her. I sure do. Hello, Second Sentinel. So you can encounter Second Sentinel either battling enemies like this. I think you can also encounter her sleeping, like resting against a wall. Unfortunately, I did not find that encounter, so you'll just have to take my word for it on this one. I mean, maybe we'll have another chance later. Now that that is done, I shall return to Songclave. Ow. Go through here. Wow, look at how fast I'm going. Unfortunately, you don't go that fast in the air. I wish it carried your momentum into the air, but I get it. Momentum in midair is not how the first Hollow Knight worked, and it's not how this one does either. I must say, I may have said this in a previous video, but that was forever ago, so I'll say it again. I do really appreciate how Silksong kept the simplicity of the first Hollow Knight game intact. Not just with, like, the controls and how physics work, but the health system in general. The fact that everything deals either 1 or 2 damage to you with very little exception, meaning you can never be one-shot by things even if you never upgrade health. That's an aspect of the original game I really like, and I'm super glad that Silksong carried it over. Anyway, now that we've encountered Second Sentinel twice, we have this wish available. Final audience. Attend the Sentinel's request, Hunter in Red. Meet in Halls High, the chamber of its fellows. The way shall be marked. Well, the way can be marked, but I do know where it is already, and I think I've spent enough time wandering the Citadel that I could just go directly there. Hey, do you have anything else to sell? No, okay, good. I've exhausted your inventory. It's just Grindel that I have to actually do something about. By the way, Egg of Flealia has been, like, super helpful so far, can I just say? Like, wow, what an amazing perk. What an amazing ability this is. Every time I've used the Silk skill, I think I've been damaged, so it hasn't been doing anything. Well, let's see if I can mend my ways for this next encounter. So what you want to do is, I believe, go right here in the High Halls, or at least go somewhere in the High Halls. I can't remember exactly where. All right, yes, here we go. So now we have a trail to follow. It's one of these. It's one of these. Follow the scent trail. You are a hunter. This is what you do. And now this room is open when it wasn't before. You wish to meet?
Yanara.
I am here, Gilded One.
Hironare.
I had thought I was answering your summons as a friend, or at least an ally. But now that we stand together in this place, I can sense your intent. You mean to raise your blades against me? Am I your enemy, then? The defense of the sacred citadel, and the voices that fill it, is the eternal duty of the sentinels. Termination is the necessary fate of all those enthralled by the Whispering Silk. You believe me haunted, a slave to the pale threads? I think you are more perceptive than that. My silk is my own, as is my will. Unsure is this sentinel, but both haunted and innocent you seem. With regret, this sentinel must test the strength of your will. It's time to... Windows key, shut up! It's time to fight! That was a hilarious way to begin. Alright, Second Sentinel. I remember this fight being amazing, and I cannot wait to get back into it. Alright. She's got charges along the ground. She's got the Xbox attack, as I like to call it. Got that. Hi-ya! Oh no, spinny move. Oh no, spinny move. Oh no, very hurt. Gonna do that. Thank you. Man, the default healing speed is so weird after wearing Injector Band for all that time. That reminds me, you know what I should also try? I should try the Witch Crest again, but with some of the healing perks equipped. Like, how does it change healing with the Witch Crest? Alright, thank you for always attacking on the ground with that move. Very nice of you. You're way nicer than Lace in that way. Alright. Bam. Okay, I'm just gonna heal again right in your... Okay, yeah, that was a bad idea. Hey, at least you only did 1 damage. Okay, so what is this boss? This late in the game, doing only 1 damage per hit. Like, I thought this was supposed to be the most challenging video game of all time, or whatever. Whatever Team Cherry wanted it to be. Bam. Just trying to use Silk Shot so I can actually give it some love. Because I haven't given it any yet. That's really fun. But you know what isn't fun? Being killed. I probably should have gone for regular hits so I could heal there. My bad. It's all good, though. Oh, no. Let's fill our silk. We can't fill it all the way because after you die, you get reduced to your default silk meter until you get your cocoon back, but it's still good enough. Back up we go. Wanderer's Crest is not the greatest for combat or anything, but I don't care. I want to show other crests some love from time to time before I forget to use them ever again. Okay, that attack does too. So, like, a couple of her attacks do too. But not me. Okay, getting stuck in the corner is not a good idea. Thank you, Magnetite Dice. You saved my life. Saved my bacon there. That's not what I meant. What? Okay. Didn't realize you could just do that. Let me... Thank you. Okay. Man, that attack where she gets to shoot a beam forward reminds me of the Grubberfly's elegy and how much I miss it. If only there were a move similar to that in this game. That would be very nice. Alright, there's poison. It lasted like 3 seconds. Okay, great. Pollet Pouch, best tool. I know that Pollet Pouch unlocks some secret interactions with other tools, so I think I'll start looking into those for future videos, if there are any future videos. Okay, I think you get the idea. This is not the finale of the game. There is more left to do. Believe it or not, there is more left to do beyond this point. As much as I would have loved to have convincingly told you that it was the end of the game, I don't think I would be able to. Bam. Honestly, this is a fairly simple fight when you really get to know it. Like, her moves are kind of crazy, but nothing that bad. She reminds me of Lace if Lace was a lot easier. Okay, and if Lace could shoot beams from the sky, which Lace cannot. So maybe it's not like Lace then. All right, gonna go with that. Bam! Love that. No, okay, don't love that. I'm gonna save up for a heal now. Get my heal. Go! Okay, that was close. Got it off, though. No, we do not. No, we do not do that. Sharp Dart! How much health do you have? Man, they must have given you the toughest armor in the frickin' game. Bam! Just as I was wondering that. She goes down. Hopefully, I didn't do too much damage. She's cool. I don't want to destroy her.
By the purity of your will, the clarity of your intent, you are innocent of the silken curse. Failed has this sentinel. Your judgment will it accept. Is this truly failure, Gilded One? You meant to test me, and have done so. I would expect nothing less of a true guardian. The matter is resolved. There is no need for death. Stand, and let us part as friends. Accept a token of the Sentinel's order. As friends, let us part.
Reserve Bind. One of the last blue tools we have yet to acquire. Only 2 left to go, and we know where one of them is. The Reserve Bind, let's see. Able to hold a bind's worth of silk, used when healing is needed and one's natural resources run low. So, this tool allows you to heal even if you don't have 9 silk stored up. If you have less than 9 silk spools, you can still heal by pressing this, by pressing the heal button. It will just use up the Reserve Bind, and it'll be replenished when you rest at a bench. This is an awesome perk, and it is really, really useful going forward, so I am super glad to finally have it. One weird thing about it, though, is that even if you're healing with the Reserve Bind, and then that heal gets interrupted, yes, it will still take the rest of your silk from your silk meter for some reason, even though you're not even healing from your silk meter anymore. I don't get it, but it's a thing. Alright, let me take this stupid, terrible Egg of Flealia off and replace it with something that's actually good, such as Reserve Bind. Let's do that. I'm sorry, Fleas. Your gift was kinda sucky, I'm not gonna lie. It's very adorable, and I shall cherish it forever in that sense, but it's not the greatest. Okay, I'm gonna return to Grand Bellway. I believe, Mr. Dude, the bell ringer up there, no, he calls us the bell ringer, the Guardian of Songclave, he told us to go down and see some people. Let's see if this, okay. Let's see if this has any information. I forgot to complete my sentence. Acquire the necessary components to build a powerful trap. So we already have the Seeker's Soul. The Seeker Soul is acquired after fighting Grohl the Great, which means that if you haven't done so yet, you are now required to go fight Grohl the Great. Unfortunately, no, not an optional boss. The other pieces we need, Maiden Soul, Hermit's Soul, and Snare Setter. I believe you can talk to him to get hints for where to get these, but I already know where they are, so I'm just gonna head directly to them. Let's go down to Belhart. Also, do I still have relics in my inventory I haven't turned into that person? Now's the time to find out, I suppose. While I'm here, in this little revisit to Belhart, I do want to bring special attention to the music of this area. I'll let you listen for a bit.
Oh, mas querer? Oh, yeah.
Imagina fora.
Barbalo.
Cadestre.
Mieszko. Łyżkę. Herka.
I just love the way it builds up into that final moment there. It's so fucking good. This is one of my most listened to tracks in the soundtrack outside of the game, and I just absolutely love it. And I realized that throughout this whole playthrough, I've never given you a chance to listen to it like I did with the other two towns, so there you are. Hope you enjoyed. I don't think this is where I'm going. So, the way, sorry, let me restart the sentence. One of the items is given to you by the hermit down beneath Belhart. And fun fact, on my first playthrough, I had no idea this place existed for the entire game up to this point. So I had to go look up the fact that you can go down here. Kind of funny, yeah, I just never found this place.
So the slave comes seeking. I've heard it. Wishing on a world cut free, yes? Along with my nephew up there. Sounds he's sunk as simple as you.
SVF.
Will you not provide your aid, Bug? This trap he plans requires power, and I suspect you're hoarding more than most.
Oh no. I'll give it. On the hope you'll succeed. In that there's slim chance. I give just to see that restless energy unleashed. So much soul found and formed. Generations of it all going to waste. Better it's given a chance to blaze.
I'll take that as a yes. Thank you for the item, sir. At least you handed it over easily.
My part's been given, slave. We've no more need to speak. Go and spin your spider's web. Allow our kingdom's restless soul its chance to blaze.
Blah, blah, blah. Sure thing. Whatever you say. I may as well... The next place we need to go is Bone Bottom. And I may as well travel there manually. Can I please talk? Because we are already on the way down. And while I'm looking at it, can I just say... Hunter's March is freaking lame. I'm sorry. This area is just, of all the Act 1 areas, Hunter's March is by far the weakest one, in my opinion. It's still a good area. There's still plenty of good reasons to go there. You get the Beast Crest as situationally useful as it is. You get the Fractured Mask, which is amazing and definitely worth the visit. But it's like, just look at this area compared to everything else around it. It's so flat and uninteresting. It feels like half finished. It feels like the developers didn't get the time to properly flesh it out, which is weird, especially because, like, look, it's right underneath Greymoor, just like with Sanzakarak and Mount Faye up here. Why don't these two areas connect? You even go into the Halfway Home's basement at one point, and then it, like, goes into the top of Hunter's March, essentially. You even fight the enemies of Hunter's March there. Why does it not connect down? Why is there no connection here? I don't know. I just feel like adding a couple of extra... There's already 4 of them, so I guess a 5th one would be kind of redundant, but still, Just connect them. Why not? There's no reason not to. In fact, it's kind of confusing that they didn't. I'm also kind of confused as to why the top of Shellwood doesn't connect to the Underworks. Why this area of the Bellheart doesn't connect down to the other areas of Bellheart. Or why... I was trying to look at a piece of empty space over here. You know what? Fucking make the Wormways connect up to Blasted Steps. That'd probably be the most interesting thing about that area. I don't know, I'm just looking at this world map and going like, you could have just added a couple extra things here. This side of the world's okay, I think. Like, these 2 areas connect, and that's enough. It's enough for me, it's enough to satisfy me. I should probably return to this guy at some point. Maybe not this episode, though. Anyway, what I'm saying is, we're going down to the Marrow, and oh god, there's enemies in here, I forgot. Hiya, frick you. He actually did die. I really need a refill of shell shards. Do I have in my inventory, like... I got, like, 4 of these. Okay, you know what? I have yet to use any of these, so now's a good time to do so. Also, 404 bank account not found down there. The Marrow. It's been so long since we've been here, but man, what a cool first area this is, I have to say. I think I've already said my piece that it's a much more exciting beginning to the game than Forgotten Crossroads is. Hello, do you still have this minigame available? The frolics haven't ended, my lady. If you'd like to really test yourself, we should play again. Hit the target 25 times and you'll earn yourself a beautiful necklace of rosaries. What say you? You know, why not? Does this just use my current red tool on hand? You know what, that's fine. The silk shot will do. Hola, time to play. Take these. Okay, no, you have to use straight pins. Okay, got it. It'll switch me automatically. All right, let's go. I'm just gonna play this one more time for fun. We played this way earlier in the series, if you don't remember. It was one of the things we did in Act 1. And we are so far removed from that now, but hey. Now's a bit of time for some nostalgia. Now's a bit of time to, you know, look back on the world we've journeyed through and reflect on our adventures thus far. Because, you know, I have a feeling something big's gonna happen soon. And, world might not be quite what we expect. Anyway, I'll shut up about that for now. Man, are ladybug wings really that protective? I guess so. I mean, they designed this little target creature to be a ladybug. It probably is that protective. Okay. You. I gotta really focus now, because I have, Matt, 1 life left. Cool. Cool. Okay. Just go for it when it's in one of those spots. Bam. Bam. Just 5 more to go. Oh, it's switching quick now. Oh, barely hit that. Okay, 2 more. No! God damn it! No! I had 2 more to go. I want to get that necklace. I actually kind of do now. You know what? I need some rosaries. I still need to buy that tool from Brindle. Oh, I'm gonna be wasting all my rosaries on this, aren't I? Okay, let's go. Let's do it again. Okay, it's up and F, right? I momentarily forgot what the button is to throw a tool. That's not good. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I may as well talk about this now. I have started work on a video for my main channel about Silksong. It's basically gonna be kind of a criticism of the game, honestly, because, like, I do have a lot of gripes with it. A few. I love this game, and I've been enjoying it so much replaying it here, but I don't absolutely adore it. And I do also prefer the original Hollow Knight over it. And so this video I'm starting the script of in the background is going to be kind of about that. It's going to be me like basically reviewing and criticizing Silksong and comparing it to the original in ways I think that are done better back then. But that's basically it. It's not a video I'm going to be releasing anytime soon, especially because in order to get the footage for it, I need to finish this series. I'm going to be using this series as the footage for this game, as well as my Let's Play of the first game on the main channel for the footage for that first game. It's just very easy, you know, to just grab footage from Let's Plays in the past that I still have saved. Alrighty, we are doing not too well anymore. Bam. Can we go back to you snapping in place? That's way easier. That's way easier than this. Okay, yes, this works. I like this. 'Cause then I just wait for the right time and go for it. I have to account for the travel time of the freaking pin. Makes it hard. Okay, I did it. Hola, that's 25 times the target has been struck. My lady, I thought perhaps you'd have a little more trouble with this round, but you've emerged victorious again. I have to speak with my associate. I don't think he provided you with enough of a challenge, truth be told.
It was challenge enough. My prize, sir?
A prize, of course, my lady must have a prize. Here then, a lovely necklace full with rosaries. I've been hanging on to this for a while, but you have earned it fairly. I just hope you think of me when you wear it, my lady. Heavy rosary necklace. Is that the strongest one? I can't remember. I don't know if this guy has any more to this minigame. If you return to him later, I can always try returning to him later and seeing if he does. I'm just, you know, I'm worried about, you know, upcoming events. That's all I'll say. Let's ride this platform across. Man, remember this? They never used this moving platform again. After I gave it such a nice compliment in the first video too, they just never used it again. I don't understand. It's a cool little moving platform. Why not give it another shot? Whatever. Yeah. I don't know why, but I've always liked it whenever games start you with a lava level. Like, these are usually reserved for the final world or something, but games like Silksong and Donkey Kong Country 2 put you in a lava level as one of the first areas of the game, which I think is pretty cool, whenever games subvert your expectations like that. Like, they follow tropes, but they do it in a weird order, so yes, a subversion of expectations, obviously. Alright, since there is, yet again, nothing to do in Bone Bottom, I kind of wish there was, but that's okay. I shall go to where what we're actually here to do, which is to talk to this lady.
Wenera.
Madam, I returned seeking power to aid the construction of a trap at request of your sibling residing atop the Citadel. Aye, Hunter. So you managed to rouse the old fool. I've known it coming, felt it, and glad I am. Rest of my family spent far too long huddled and glum. Or dead. Not me. I'd always been thinking it a waste to just take what's coming when her up top wakes. Better to fight for freedom or go out in a blaze. That
was also very easy. Wow, our persuasion skill must be really good. Okay. So, oh wait, she said something new.
It's not a surprise it's you rallying us to action, Hunter. You had the sense about you, a bug bringing change and all. Of course you're more than just a bug, ain't you? More than Weaver. Guess it'd take someone like you for my family to dare hope at success. Go and prove our trust now, won't you? We've spent our lifetimes wishing for another path. With a bit of luck, you might grant it.
I might indeed. I believe the last place to go is back down in the Moss Grotto, or not the Moss Grotto itself, but we must return to Weave Nest Atla, and hidden in there somewhere is the final piece we need. Before we do, though, I've yet to show this. I may have shown this before, actually, and I'm just forgetting because this was a long time ago, but back when Pilby was thrown into the hole, yeah, you can find him down here, resting at the very start of the game where we woke up. So nostalgic. These were simpler times, back when I couldn't even sprint. Oh, okay, good, you can wall jump out of here. I was gonna say, unfortunately, we have to take the long way around because, you know, why would this area be designed to accommodate movement? And the answer is because it's good game design, and that's exactly what they did because they're good game designers. Stop being so critical, me. This game is good. All right. Open the door. Get on the floor. Everybody do the dinosaur. If I can say an opinion real quick, an opinion I'm going to voice eventually in this mysterious main channel video of mine that will probably not come out for a long time. I think the upgrades in this game are overly minuscule. They are genuinely like the most tiny upgrades I have ever seen from a Metroidvania. And I can't really say I understand why. Because it's like, you collect 2 spool fragments to get 1 extra spool of silk, which, back at the beginning of the game, when you get your first one of those, does sweet fucking nothing. Like, you have to wait until you have at least, like, 6 more spool fragments before it finally affects your ability to use silk. You know, you can use a silk skill and still be able to heal afterwards, and I didn't get the ability to do that until Act freaking 2! Because for some reason, Act 1 is so stingy with health and silk upgrades, and I don't understand why. It's like, Metroidvanias are a game genre all about upgrading yourself, so it's kind of funny to see Silksong's upgrades be so fucking tiny. And may I also bring attention to needle upgrades and how tiny they are too? Honestly, okay, am I in the wrong place? What am I doing here again? Maybe I need to return to where Ava was. Let's try doing that. Maybe there will be a new interactable thing that that wasn't there before. I want to say it's this weave nest we have to go to, but I'm not really sure. I hope I didn't just, like, look up my way through this. I just Googled exactly where to go. Yeah, okay, because it's not here. This is where Ava was. We've already done that. Where do you go to find this thing? How do you find this thing? Maybe it's in the big area down here. Sit on this bench, I guess, for a little rest. I think it's Atla. I've already said that before, but I need to say it again just to, you know, make myself more confident in my choice to come down here. Or else this would be a massive waste of time, and it would be kind of hilarious, but also kind of a waste of time. Imagine if it was the weave nest in the wormways. Imagine if we had to go back there. Speaking of which, you know, I might want to go back there at some point soon, refill my reserve of that. I also haven't used the plasmium file in a really long time, so maybe I could give it some more love. I don't know. There's still time. I say that, I'm never going to use it. Hey guys, what's up? Oh yeah, I should be picking up shell shards. I'm kind of low on those. I don't know why I'm just ignoring them all. I'm kind of low on shell shards. Let me pick those back up. Here? Nope, this is where we fought the 2 moss mothers, if you remember that. No? Uh-oh. Ah! How dare you? Oh, yeah! Oh, that was perfect! I stopped him in his tracks with the shilk shot. Yep, the shilk shot, exactly. The silk shot, I mean. That was fun. I like the silk shot. It takes a bit to fire, but when it does, it packs quite a punch. Might not be the most useful thing against agile opponents, though. Okay, I'm sorry, it's Googling time. See ya. Okay, I am glad I looked it up because I did go right past it and I probably wouldn't have found it if I didn't. That's quite hidden. It's up here on this path through the ceiling. Oh my god. Oh my god. I feel like I should have noticed that, but hey, whatever. The snare setter. With that, we should now have every single item that we need. So, I guess all that's left is to go buy the thing from Grindel and then go up to the end? Oh wow, I fully upgraded my tool pouch and my tool damage. That's cool to see. I didn't actually know that until now. Oh no, it's gonna take, like, all my fucking rosary necklaces in order to fucking get enough money to buy the thing from Grindel. Oh, whatever. It'll be worth it in the end. Whee! No, no, don't climb on the wall. We're done here. We're done climbing on walls, Hornet. Weep! Climb back out of Moss Grotto. Probably just break all my necklaces instantly because I feel like it. And then we shall go buy the thing, and then we shall be done. I'm trying to think if there's, like, any other little side thing I can do right now. I'm trying to think if Fleetopia has anything, but I don't think they do. I think they're just settled over there right now. They might have some special dialogue for us, or they might just say the exact same freaking things. I mean, I could always refill my reserve of those 2 tools, preparation for what's to come, except I don't plan on using the tools very much, so I see no actual reason to do that. Let's just go call you. Bam! I'm gonna head to Blasted Steps. Might have to farm for rosaries around here. We'll have to see. I actually am going to smash all my necklaces. We're gonna see how many it gives me. See, even after all this time, I have not lost rosaries a single time. After all the things I've bought, all the little rosary necklaces I've collected, I still have to basically smash all of them in order to get enough money for this thing. After I've explored the vast majority of the world too. That is how scarce rosaries are in this game. It's kind of crazy. I cannot imagine how grindy this game would start to get if you kept losing your rosaries repeatedly from dying. It's part of the reason why I'm not a big fan of the death system in either of the Hollow Knight games. I don't like how you drop your money in either of them, frankly. Or at least that you can permanently lose your money. That is especially I'm not a big fan of. Hello, sir. Can I please buy it? Thank you. 44 rosaries left to spare. So, this tool actually does something different than I expected. I think just from reading his description of it, it didn't really give us the full picture. Let's see what the in-game description says. Bam. Harpoon into foes to steal rosaries and shell shards while causing additional damage. So now your claw line attack will actually deal a 3rd hit, and that 3rd hit will get some rosaries and shell shards from the enemies. And I'm hoping there's no additional downside, because that's a really good effect, and there really shouldn't be a downside, or it's not a really good effect. It's an okay-ish effect, and there really shouldn't be a downside, guys. Please don't add one. Let's see if there is actually an unspoken downside. Sorry, voice crack, an unspoken downside, by testing it on some enemies out here. Hello, sirs. You there. Die! Okay, that was the 3rd hit, and I think it gave them to me directly instead of dropping them on the ground. That's actually even better than I expected. Hold on. I want to find another enemy before I believe this for real. Hiya! Yeah, I got shell shards directly. That's cool. Because, like, if it drops on the ground, then there's a chance that they fall into spikes and die or whatever. Okay, you don't give rosaries, though, but I assume that's because you don't drop any in the first place. Okay, yeah, that's not a bad tool. It could be a very fun way to grind yourself back up in terms of rosaries in case you lose any in the late game. Of course, it takes this fucking long to get it, so, you know, not exactly the most helpful thing in the world, and you have to spend a bunch of rosaries to get it in the first place, but, you know. At the very least, it's another tool to add our collection, another tool to bring us closer and closer to 100%, whenever we shall reach such a goal. Now, before I leave this place, there is something I would like to tell you about. There is an area that appeared in the trailers for Hollow Knight Silksong that I remember being super excited to explore. It was this beautiful, like, red and blue area. I'll see if I could pop in footage of it on screen. I'm actually making editing me do something here. It was this beautiful area with a bright blue background and, like, red plants in the foreground and all these bugs flying about. It looked amazing, and I could not wait to see that area for myself, starting to play the actual game. Have you noticed that we've come all this way and we haven't seen it yet? It got cut. I believe this area was once called the Coral Steps and was going to go right here in the world where the Blasted Steps is now. For whatever reason, they decided that a desolate wasteland was a better aesthetic. And you know, it makes sense. It definitely feels more final for Act 1. But like, getting rid of the Coral Steps altogether when you already showed it in multiple of the game's trailers? I don't understand that, and it was such a fucking cool looking area too. I was extremely saddened to hear that. Like, you're telling me the fucking Wisp Thicket made into the game, you're telling me Hunter's March made it into the game, but not the Coral Steps? This area they've been showing since the very beginning of Silksong's teasing? Like, they had to have had it mostly done by then. What do you mean they couldn't fully finish it and implement it? I don't really understand that. Maybe they just decided, hey, for the atmosphere we want, it's not a great fit. If that's their rationale, I guess I can get that. But still, very disappointing in my opinion. I was looking forward to seeing that area, and I remember coming all the way to this late point in the game and wondering, hey, what about that one area? How come I haven't seen that yet? Are we gonna find that eventually? And the answer to that is... well, yes, but actually no. You'll see. I just needed to vent about it real quick because... I just wanted to tell you about it, not just because it is kind of a significant thing that was removed from Silksong before release. Like, maybe it would have been a lame area if they actually implemented it, but no, it would have been fucking cool looking. I don't care how lame the gameplay would have been. It would have looked amazing as hell. These marvelous healing supplies. This is all you ever think about anymore, isn't it? How about you guys over here? How are you holding up? Doesn't I will tarry here. You guys have been tarrying here for like 10 episodes. Come on. We will tarry here a little longer.
Sir, I have the items requested. Craft me your trap that we may see these lands free.
Let's do it. Oh, yeah, the snare setter or whatever that was a red tool. We may have just missed out on our chance to equip it.
Found it all, did you, bell ringer? Then join me, and let's get to prepping. I'll be asking both your silk and your claws for the construction. Stun. The parts are prepared. I'm heading up now to set the heavy thing. Even with the trap blade, best be guessing her on top won't go down so simple. She'll sense what's coming. That blade of yours is gonna have to do its work before this thing can snap.
I'd expected such, sir, and I am ready. Set your snare. I shall attend shortly.
Cheap fade to black so that they don't have to make a walking animation for him. I'm onto you, Team Cherry. You can't get that past me. Whoa, look at that objective symbol. Is that a new main objective? Indeed, destroy. Soul Snare. Scale the Citadel and snare its monarch in a deadly trap. So this will supposedly be more of a permanent removal from the world than the default way where we take her down and then we take her place. This will probably be better than that. Hopefully. Maybe. I'm going to switch out my crest. I've decided... I'm going to give Witch Crest another run, and I am going to equip various things that boost its healing capabilities. I'm also going to bring Silk Shot along, because why the heck not? Actually, I might make Silk Shot the down tool, so that we can have a throwing tool be there. No. Actually, you know what? Let's go with Threadstorm again. I'd like to reintroduce Cross Stitch at some point, because I really do like Cross Stitch. It's a really fun ability. Actually, I think Throwing Rings will go well. Grandmother Silk is huge, so we should be able to hit her easily with those. Memory Crystal, don't think I need those. Let's equip some healing abilities. I want to see what Claw Mirror does with this, and I also kind of want to see what Multi-Binder does with this. I've already been using Injector Band with it, but against Grandmother Silk, this should actually be really easy because she doesn't deal contact damage. And that's the main issue I have with this crest, is because its healing forces you to get so close to people that you'll just take contact damage from them. Instead of Snitch Pick, I'll put on Reserve Bind, though. We'll definitely have time to use Snitch Pick later on. Yellow tools, let's equip a combat effective one. How about, Magnetite Dice, just cuz. Why not? Actually, this could be fun. At the same time, if I want to get use out of all these abilities, I don't want the fight to end super quickly, so I might just leave it off for now. And no other yellow tool is going to be super helpful going into this, so yeah. Here we are. Here's our final build. Let's do it. And yes, I am gonna run all the way there for added effect. Hiya, hiya, hiya! Alright. I wanna try to spin attack this guy. Oh, spin attack this fool. Bam, bam. Actually, I should probably, try healing out right here. Hey, user, damage me. Let me do it. Okay, so it adds kind of an explosive aura effect to the thorns that come out. Alright. That's still weird. Okay, it at least hit him. There we go. I got 2 health back. I don't know. Yeah, it sure is an ability. It exists. I'm not fighting you. I don't care. Back up the elevator. This field of flowers is beautiful, can I just say? I didn't bring enough attention to it last time we saw it, so I'll bring attention to it now. What a great little boss arena. Reminds me a lot of Gehrman the First Hunter from Bloodborne. I still gotta play Bloodborne, man. I've actually been thinking of just buying a whole ass PS5 just to play that game. It would be the most expensive video game I've ever bought, but hey, it might be worth it. Might be. I don't know. We'll have to see if I actually enjoy the game or not. Also, can I just say how disappointing it is that the Silk meter doesn't completely shine when it's filled like this? Like, only the first half of it shines? I was expecting the second half of it would shine once I collected all those spool fragments. But no. It just stays boring and dull looking and only one half full. Well, only one half shiny. I'll be honest, it looks kind of strange. It's not the biggest deal in the world, I know. But it does look kind of strange, and I needed to bring attention to it. I needed to voice my grievances about it. Let's go.
Ain't you come a long way, bell ringer, granting wishes, saving bugs, even rousing my sullen family to act. The snare is set above, our power bound along its thread. To your sight it may seem a crude thing, but there's fair strength to it, enough to quell a god.
You and your family have done me well, sir. I shall prove your faith in the meeting ahead.
Aye, bring your best, bell ringer. Call forth our great pale god. Cut her weak, then drive the beast down atop the snare. Contact made will stir the snare alight, but only your needle's song will awaken the spell in full. When that moment arrives, you'll see it clear as a tutorial prompt on your screen.
It's all ready and waiting. Let's go! Grandmother Silk herself is no different. She is not harder in any way. She is the exact same fight as before. If you wanted to, you could just wait until now at this point in the game to fight her. That is a perfectly valid thing to do. And technically, in universe, that's exactly what Hornet did. Because every time we reload the save after getting an ending, we go back in time to right before we did it. Alright, let's use some throwing rings. Let's use some variety. Let's go. Dreadstorm! Go! Silk Shot. You can actually use that in midair, which is awesome. Okay, watching out for that. let me go for a hitless run real quick. Pow! Oh, I love it. I love using red tools. They're so much fun. Okay, there's that. There's that. And bam. Okay, good. I've learned my ways. I've learned my ways from the cursed Witch Crest battle. I don't know, what do you call the Witch Crest when you're in that initial cursed state? I guess you call it the cursed state. That would make sense. Alright, yes, do your cool little boulder rain. Let's go. Ready for round 2? Bam. Harpoon. No. Okay. Oh god. Okay, you're summoning spikes. That's fine. I just harpoon over them. Watch out for your things. First hit I've taken all battle. Let's see if I can do this without ever having to heal. Bam. Look at how much use I can get out of Silk skills. With all this freaking Silk in my meter, I can still heal, and with Reserve Bind, I can even heal again. Now is definitely around the time where Hornet starts to feel actually powerful compared to previous parts of the game. About that, there's 3 damage for us. All right, let me go for this. Oh, right, it's Witch Crest, I forgot. Okay, we're doing it now. Bam! Oh, we got 4! Okay. We're able to heal 4 thanks to Multi-Binder. That is what Multi-Binder's effect on that thing. It doesn't actually cause you to, like, burst out 2 thorns, though, which I kind of wish it did. Actually, does it? I don't know. I haven't paid enough attention. Let me see. Oh, no, that's gonna fuck. Yeah, there's me having my heal interrupted. That was a great use of Reserve Bind, wasn't it? Alright, well, we'll see if I even have enough Silk left to try it. See if it really does attack twice. Okay, bam. Down she goes. Are we sure that was the good ending? So you're telling me I did all those side quests and all those optional areas so that I could cause creepy, ominous black threads to appear throughout the world? Like, that didn't look good. She's gone, but... is the haunting really over? I don't know, but it's giving us credits, so I guess that was Hollow Knight Silksong. Amazing game. I definitely enjoyed the second playthrough of it. There definitely isn't any more to the game beyond this point. Don't worry about it. I was joking before when I said, oh yeah, of course there's more. No, that's the actual ending. For once. We've seen everything in this game. We've beaten the final boss once and for all. Farloom is... freed? In a state. It's in a state. That's how we know. It exists. Probably. Just don't look at the rest of the playlist. Don't pay attention to the lack of a finale text in the title of this video. No, that's the game. Okay, yep. All those Kickstarter backers, thank you for letting Team Cherry make such a wonderful experience. Game completion. 29 hours I have played on this file, and still no percentage. I'm sure that's fine. Yeah, I was lying to you about that too. There is no 100%. They cut out the completion percentage from this game. Yeah, just trust me. The empty inventory slots, nah, that means nothing. We've seen everything. We've collected every item. Hey, look at that. New menu style. It's typically what happens upon, you know, getting a new ending or whatever. So, that was Hollow Knight Silksong. I do definitely hope you enjoyed. I suppose just in case, next time on Hollow Knight Silksong, we can hop in and maybe take a little tour of the world and see what's going on and